have a sincere question that I have been pondering about for a longer period of time now. I have a question to the promoters of education in Ghana, and for that matter, West Africa, or Africa in general. The ones who plans, who monitor and execute our educational structure in Ghana. I have been looking at it from this angle. We set up educational system, and this we, the youngest, the young children, grew up to fall into these systems they did not create. They are made to go through a system they did not have a say. We assess them, we test them with structured way of testing. And when they fail, when they are unable to pass whatsoever assessment we've given, tests and score assessments, the child is a failure because he fails. The child knows nothing because he couldn't pass. He couldn't express himself in a language that is not his language. Concepts that are not within his location. So we consider him or her failed because she had F in chains. The category of them, we put them into F9s, we put them into E8s, we put them into D7s. This group of individuals. Yet I have a question. These same F9s, these same D7, E8 groups come out and undergo a training, barely 6 months, 1 year, 3 years, and come out as seamstress, fashion designers, electricians, plumbers, tailors, carpenters, steel benders, and many more. We take our materials to the seamstress or the tailor who was considered a failure, was considered F9. Sews it, cut the material, put it together, rejoin it, and come out with a dress befitting you, the one who considered him or her a failure. We build houses with these ones. We do our wiring of our houses with the same electricians. Our plumbing works are done with these same individuals. The water flows perfectly. They do these works. The carpenter roofs the roof with no leakages. Yet they are considered failures. So my question is they the failures or the educational system and structure is a failure? Think about that question. Someone who is considered a failure comes out, undergoes another training in another situation, maybe within the same time frame. 3 years in school, considered a failure. 3 years in learning a seamstress, in learning a carpentry, in learning electrician, in learning automobile. And such an individual, you hand over your car, is well serviced. You send your dresses, it's well cut, rejoined, and you are looking good in the same dress from the one who is considered a failure from the educational system. So is the educational system a failure or these people are failures? It is high time we ask these questions. How we assessed All educational reforms keep repeating the same pattern of assessment. Must an individual express himself in writing, questioning of things he or she has learned in 3 years within 2.5 hours, within 3 hours of a 3 years content. Yet that same individual goes for a 3-year training, and the test of it shows that that individual was not a failure. That individual is not a failure because God never make a failure. All of us are created with potential. I always ask one question. Man created classes, created divisions, created leaders, followers, and now using the same system they've created to differentiate, to sentiment. Look at yourself as an educational promoter and ask the question I am asking honestly, and look at what you are implementing, what you are championing. Is it doing good to the young ones? Is it doing good to the children? Is it doing good to the youth? Or is putting them where the system wants them to be? Let's level up. Let's change. Let's change the structures of our educational system. It's causing more harm. We dump all of them in secondary schools. We dump them and make all of them wear one shoe. All of them experiencing the same mode of assessment. All kinds of assessment in all reforms, including the new curriculum, promotes the same thing, creating failures who are not failures, creating losers who are not losers, wasting the precious time of the individual. In 3 years' time, you tell the person because you have F in chains, you have failed. Because you couldn't pass an examination, you have failed. Yet that individual comes out, undergoes a training as a hairstylist, as a seamstress or a tailor, a plumber, electrician, a carpenter, a builder. And that same people who were considered failures in our educational structure are those who are making the things that we enjoy every day. The dresses we wear come from them. The electricity, the wiring, the electrical works in our homes are done by them to perfection. That tells you these individuals were not failure, they were perfect in themselves. But the system, which is a failure, looked for what is not in them. Look for what is not in them. And how could you possibly look for something that is not in somebody and call the person a failure? Ask that question. Ask that question. Let's ask the questions. Let's ask the questions. The system, is it failing? Or the ones we call failures are the failures? Thank you.